Okay, in this video, we're going to create our list. So in order to be able to send out emails, we're going to need to have a list. So what you're going to do is go to your audience tab. And if you don't have a list, you're going to see this. If you do, you can create a new one by clicking this create button up here. So the first thing that we're going to do is hit create a list, and then we're going to give it a name. And this is going to be a name something like new patients or back pain patients or leads, something to distinguish this list from other lists. So I'm just going to do new patients. After you do that, hit save. And now you'll see that you have your list created. There's no subscribers yet. So there's two ways that you can add people. You can add them individually by hitting this tab over here, or you can upload a CSV by clicking into the list itself. So I'm going to add one individually first, and all you have to do is put their email in. Name. And if you're wanting to send birthday cards, something on their birthday, you'll need to enter in their birth date here. Right now for this field, it's year, month, day. I'm getting that changed to month, day, year. That's more common for us when we first wrote the code. For whatever reason, we had it this way. So then be sure to enter that in. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to send out birthday cards. There's other information in here if you want to add it. The only other thing that you really need to do is tag. So let's say that you have new patients, but you have some that see Dr. Tim and some that see Dr. Sue. So you can tag if you're trying to distinguish different groups within a list. You're going to use these tags. So if you wanted to send out an email to all the new patients that see Dr. Sue, any patient that has that tag is going to receive the email. The other ones will not. So that's how you use your tags. You might do it, chiropractic patients, massage patients, east side, west side, different things like that. So that's the purpose of tags, to narrow down your list. So once you have that done, you'll hit save, and you'll see now that we have one subscriber. The other way that you can add people is through a CSV. So by clicking on the list, you're brought to this screen, and you'll see that we have an import and a sample. So the first thing that you need to do is click on CSV sample, and that's going to download a file. And when you open up that file, you are going to get basically a sample here of how the information needs to be entered in. Now, again, the only thing that's required is email, first name, last name. All of the rest of this is going to be optional. But what you want to keep in mind here is your email lists. Most of you are just going to download and plug in every single patient that you've ever had. And the problem that you have with that is you probably have a lot of bad emails in there. So you're going to want to make sure your list is clean. What ends up happening when you just throw everybody into these lists, you're going to end up possibly getting your spam score to a point where you can't send out emails. We have to abide by the same rules and regulations that anyone else that sends out emails has to abide by. So if you end up having a lot of spam or a lot of bounce backs, your account can get shut down, and it's not easy to get it reactivated. So be very selective on these mass uploads that you guys are doing. In the beginning, send them to me. We'll clean them for you first. Otherwise, you can clean them yourself. But just use this. Don't abuse it. We don't want to wreck this for everyone just because someone didn't want to take the time to upload a good list. So once you have that all done, you're going to save it, and then what you'll end up doing is clicking the import. You're going to find your list, which for us is this dummy one. And then what happens is you have on the left hand side the stuff that's in the dashboard. On the right hand side is your CSV. And then what we need to do is merge. So if you click on this and drag email over to email, first name, last name, and so on until you get everything done. And then once you do that, hit submit. And you'll see that the people that you dragged over are now added as well. So that's how you add people to your lists. And then what you'll have is a running total of your different lists, how many subscribers, that type of stuff. But initially, what I would say as far as getting started, probably send the lists over to us. Let us help you with them before you start doing these on your own.